Hi, cellos. This is a video to assist you at home after having learned the hand position. So let's get started. First, make sure your end pin is set at the right height. Make sure you're sitting in a firm chair, not a bed, not a couch, just a plain chair with no arms. Okay, let's get started. So we learned how to take our hand off of the upper bout of the cello and shape it and put it on the fingerboard. So let's start with the shape. The shape that your hand makes is if you're holding a water bottle. So if I were to take a sip from my imaginary water bottle, the left hand looks like this. Fingers are straight across. They're not up and they're not down. Same with thumb on this side. Okay, you can see the thumb is side to side. My thumb is not up, it's not down, it is sideways. Okay, so hold on to your imaginary water bottle. Now I want you to focus on the thumb. We're going to take the pad of our thumb, which is this part of our thumb right here. We're going to place it on the back of the neck of the cello. But let me show you where. So you've got all of these tapes on your cello. You're going to locate your very first tape closest to the top of the cello and your second one. There should be quite a wide gap between the two. And on the back, you're going to take that sideways thumb and you're going to place it directly on the back of the neck between the first two tapes. Okay, now what I want you to look for, here's my water bottle. I brought it back. I just tucked it away so you could see my thumb, but you should still hold it like a water bottle. The thumb, you want to be cautious. You want to use this part of your thumb, the pad right here. You don't want the thumb to stick out the other side. So if it is, go ahead and pull it so it's hidden in the back. And then it stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. So I've got it between these two tapes right here. Okay. Shake it out. The more we repeat this step or these steps, you will become more proficient at it. So take your hand away from the upper bout. Make your water bottle. All fingers and thumb are side to side. You take your thumb and you place it on the back of the neck between your first tape and your second tape. On the back of the neck, glue it there. Now, note that your hand is still making the shape of a water bottle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn how to put our fingers on all of the tapes. Now, you have 4 tapes on your cello, most likely. I'm missing one, so I'll show you where that goes. This is your first tape, the highest one. That's considered tape 1. The next tape, there's a big gap. This is your second tape. Then you should have another one pretty close to it right here, a third tape. And then you've got this rogue tape down here that we're not going to use. So just pretend it doesn't exist for right now. Okay, so we're going to use the top 3, 1, 2, and then my imaginary one right there, 3. Okay, let's also talk about the hand for a minute and the finger numbers that go with playing the cello. First of all, I want to say it's not the same as piano. So in piano, this would be 1. Thumb does not get a number when playing the cello. We're just going to refer to it as thumb. The first finger or the index finger is where we start counting. So this is 1, middle finger is 2, third finger is like your ring finger, okay? And then 4 is the pinky. So we're going to use all the fingers, placing it on the neck. Okay, so I'm going to shake it out, release the tension. Again, this is my left hand. Hold your water bottle. Take your thumb, place it on the back of the neck. Meanwhile, as you do this, I want you to check to see that your wrist is completely straight. We don't want to bend it, and so the wrist is straight. Now, I want you to take your very first finger, your index finger, and I want you to, on your D string, place it firmly on the string against the tape. I want you to pull back. Okay, when you do that, you're changing the note from D to E. I hope you heard the change, okay? And if it's not firm enough, you'll get a sound like this. We call that a dud. A quick way to fix that is if you just need to really stop the string from wiggling under your finger. So you want to pull back against that fingerboard and you get a nice ringing sound. That is E. Every time you add a finger, the note is going to change, okay? So now next, we're going to place our middle finger, our second finger, in the space where there is no tape. We're just going to stick it right in the center. And then our next note is the next tape. So we need to add one more finger. So now we have a total of 3 fingers on the cello. Okay, when we have 3 fingers on the D string, it's called F sharp. And that little hashtag symbol is actually a sharp. It's not a hashtag. Okay, so F sharp. And then finally, my imaginary tape, you have one there. You add your 4th finger to it. It's quite close to the 3rd finger, right? This makes the note G. D is no fingers. E is 1 finger. And then place 2 more fingers down for a total of 3. This is F sharp. And finally, G is 4. Meanwhile, the entire time, my wrist has been flat and my thumb is still on the back of the neck. So be cautious, because sometimes when we first start playing cello, sometimes the thumb doesn't mean to, but it comes off of the back of the neck. You need to keep it behind. And sometimes we like to rest our arm on the cello. And by doing so, then we create this awkward bend in the wrist. So we want to keep the wrist flat as we're doing this. You also want to play with the tippy tops of your fingers. Okay, and then your fingers, I'm going to show you really quickly here. In relation to the string is up and down. Your fingers are left to right. We call that perpendicular. We want to make sure that our fingers are perpendicular when playing the cello. There should be like no angle to them like this. They should go straight across. So you just need to turn your hand. Take our hand from the upper bout and place our fingers on the D string. We're not playing any other string for right now other than the D string. Okay, if you have questions, email me. Good luck.